Welcome back to the podcast. And today we have a very special episode. Gentlemen, can we all stand up for a second?
Why are
And
we
give a round of
standing?
applause. Because EVO is next week, baby!
I hope your parents think something's wrong with you.
All right. EVO is next week. And today we have a very special guest, Bahru. Professional FGC, #1 Axel player in the world. Not just PlayStation, in the world. And today, we'll be talking about EVO and our hype for it.
We're all pretty hyped for it. I'm excited.
Yeah.
How much coffee did you drink today? Jesus Christ.
I
I've never seen you get this loud before.
I got root beer, that's why. I got root beer.
Beer is just as good. Wait, that root beer looks different. Wait, what brand is that? That looks.
I have no idea. I got it from like my store, like a store nearby. It's got root beer. Yeah.
Okay.
Not sponsored, by the way. It's a But today we got EVO next week, gentlemen. As of this recording, it's basically a week away. So
Just a week away.
Just a week away.
I hate
Christmas
that.
is just a week away.
I hate that.
But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I think so far, final like registration is over. Like whatever the registration for competing at least is all over, right?
Yes.
Everyone should have gotten their bracket. We got our bracket at least for Tekken. Everyone, I'm guessing you got yours for gear also and everything, Bahru. How hyped are you feeling? How confident?
I'm feeling hyped and I'm feeling confident. I've been practicing a lot, and honestly, I'm just really excited and more excited to see you guys for EVO. I'm more excited for your brackets and mine, actually, if that's funny to say. I don't know. So
I'll be shocked if I win one match. I'm gonna be honest with you, brother. I'm going in with low expectations.
I don't want to hear that because I went to my first EVO. I think I've told this story many times, but I went to my first EVO, and I remember I was feeling so nervous and anxious, and you just got to remember everyone's there competing just like you. You know, they're all scared, they're all kind of nervous, and you know they're all there to have fun and play the game, and you should feel the same way. So just whenever you're playing, just remember that everyone else is feeling the same way you're feeling, you know?
I don't know.
Yeah.
John Tekken is in my pool, and you know, I think John Tekken's there to fuck. Like, I don't think he's there to have fun. I think he's like...
We gotta find out who he is. We gotta, like, when we see him, we gotta find out who he is. Because he's in your bracket, so you'll end up seeing him in your pool area.
Yeah, I gotta
at least
see him.
Yeah. But, I think the numbers came out also. I think Street Fighter is #1 officially when it comes to registration. They went Tekken. And then King of Fury. King of Fury is third, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Those are top 3.
Fatal
Fury, yeah.
You know, I think what's King of Fury? I don't know.
You're thinking of King of Fighters. Also an
SNK
game, but...
Fatal Fury is #3. And Mortal Kombat is dead last in the top 8.
What a fucking surprise. There's like
what a surprise.
5 people playing that game.
And then Sonic Fox is still competing in that game for some fucking reason. I don't know why.
I mean,
they are
free EVO trophy.
Honestly, it really is just a free EVO trophy.
I don't want to like downplay like Sonic Fox's achievement because he was winning it like when Mortal Kombat was like the game. But it's like now I feel like these like EVO titles are inflated as fuck. It's like a couple hundred people. Like there are some locals that are that big.
Yeah. It's kind of sad how far they've fallen, but I mean, I think Mortal Kombat has, I don't know how to explain it. Like it's not it anymore. It used to be it, but like for some reason it's like there's other games that's come up that have like just taken it over. At least in NA, surprisingly enough.
I wouldn't say it's the other games that took it over. I just feel like it's the game itself. I think that there was a lot of people already complaining about how the gameplay was. And I don't think the devs were listening to those players, and eventually those players just got tired and were like, "No, I don't want to play this game anymore."
Yeah.
And it got to that point. Obviously, there's people that are loyal to the game and they'll always play it. You know, for example, Sonic Fox and Rewind. All those players will always, they will play Mortal Kombat. But yeah, a lot of the player base just dies just because they don't like how the game is. At least a new one. At least I know a lot of people don't talk really highly about Mortal Kombat. So
yeah. I think also like now with the new game like Fatal Fury, and then there's the Marvel game, new Marvel token game, 2XKO. I know also you can kind of say Gear is like objectively getting more popular than Mortal Kombat, at least in entries and tournaments. But yeah, it's like I think just other other games have kind of like you can say kind of caught up or just they've always been improving and just doing better.
Yep.
And just like overall, it's not like again. I feel like Sonic Fox. He should have stayed. I know when Guilty Gear Strive came out, they were like they went kind of hard a little bit in it, and then they just stopped and fell out. I felt like they should have just stayed. Sonic Fox should have stayed in Gear, and Gear could have done just the attention they could have brought was like a lot, in my opinion.
I agree. Like if he did stick with Gear, he definitely would have been like probably one of the best players in it. But like every fighting game player tells you, you should only play the games that you enjoy. Because you don't want to stick to games that you don't enjoy, and then you're kind of torturing yourself in it. And I just don't think Gear was for him. So that's probably why he never played it, and probably gave up on it. And it seems like Mortal Kombat, he prefers Mortal Kombat. And you know what? That's his choice. That's his taste. So. Respect for him for it. I do know that he's probably gonna be playing that new 2XKO game. He was kicking butt 100% on 2XKO. So
I know he was very hyped on Marvel Token also.
Yeah,
super hyped
everyone.
on that stuff. Yeah. Hey, see, I was talking to Danny. My issue with the game is it's a 4v4. Like, is that not a little too crazy? A 4v4 fighter? Like, you know what I mean? That's the biggest red flag for me, and I don't know how that's gonna work.
I gotta say, I agree with you. By the way, I thought 4v4 was too crazy. I'm like, I don't think anyone that's gonna like keep people away because they're like, do I have to learn 4 whole characters and play them? How my brain's gonna get scrambled just playing the game? But I did see something in an article where they said, oh no, we're gonna make it very easy for you guys, so you could just learn one character, and then the rest will just be very simple. So I have a feeling they're gonna do something where you could choose a character and you do have to learn that character, but then when all your tags or whatever, they're gonna make it like very simple for you to play them. So they're doing something about that where it's gonna be easier. I'll send the article if you guys want to. I can try to find it, but it was good to hear that because I think that's what like a lot of people were stressing about. Like 4 characters, do I have to learn all 4 of them and then play them in a match? Like, yeah, that's kind of scary. But it was nice to hear that no, it's going to be much more simple than that. You just need to like know one character pretty much and play the game just like that.
Yeah.
And you'll be fine. So that was good to hear. And we're going to try that at EVO. I mean, the game's going to be there at EVO for us to try. So
that and 2XKO, they both announced that they're going to be at EVO. There's going to be like, not like as a tournament, but as like a little booth you can play it in, of course.
I low-key feel like this Marvel game, like, I have a feeling it's gonna be good and it's gonna be fun, but I don't think it's gonna be a game that's, like, meant to be taken, like, super seriously. Like, from the trailer and stuff, I don't know, it just looks like fucking chaos. Like, I don't know. Or unless they, like, kind of make it, like, I haven't played a lot of Dragon Ball Fighters and stuff, but it seems like, sure, the characters are, like, kind of slightly different, but, like, everyone has auto combos and stuff like that, so I guess, like, it'll probably have that kind of characteristic, but I don't know. From, like, what it looks like, it doesn't look like the most serious game, but I guess we'll have to see.
Yeah, I was also... No, but you know what's an unserious game? The Invincible game. That game I do not see doing good. In my personal opinion, I think the Invincible game... Like, don't get me wrong, Dragon Ball Fighters had, like, 8 different Gokus. Don't get me wrong, that was fucking funny. And, like, 6 different Vegetas. But, like, how are you gonna make it creative with the Invincible games? When, like, what, you have, like, half the cast or 80% of the cast is gonna be Viltrumites? And, like, then you'll have, like, others, like, of course. But I don't, that's my thing. I'm like, so how are we doing it with that, is my case.
I gotta say, I agree to disagree on both Tokon and the Invincible. And the reason why I'm saying that is, I mean, look how unserious Marvel vs. Capcom looked. All right, when we look at that game is crazy. Like, it's so fast. And it was one of the biggest fighting games ever.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it can look goofy, like, to a lot of people, but you look how successful Marvel vs. Capcom was and how much it influenced other fighting games, you know? So I feel like I don't think the goofy take is a good one to take because, like, it doesn't matter to the fighting game players. If they're gonna like it and they like how the game's gonna be, they'll just play it and it'll be like one of the biggest games.
Yeah.
And for Invincible Versus, I agree. I know it looked a little janky seeing the trailers, but I feel like I do have high hopes for it because I don't know if you guys know the game Killer Instinct.
Yeah.
Yes.
A lot of the developers and people that worked on that game are working on Invincible Versus, and people love Killer Instinct.
Yeah.
So people are giving it that chance. Like, okay, I need to try the game first before like I make it like a serious opinion. But I do get what you guys mean by it's kind of janky, and a lot of people did say the graphics kind of look like mobile fighting game graphics that you can download in the App Store. So I'm excited for all three, honestly, just as a fighting game player, just excited to see more fighting games out.
Yeah.
But
Hey, anything to beat Mortal Kombat, that's all that matters. anything to get Mortal Kombat out of there.
I'm a perpetual MK hater, so anything that brings MK down is good for me.
Yeah, bro, if it takes Invincible to bring MK down, bro, I'll play Invincible. If that's the case, I'm down for it.
That's funny. Where did your hatred for Mortal Kombat comes from, guys? I'm curious. I'm just out of curiosity. Where did the
shit game? I don't know what to tell you. It's just a shit game. They don't care.
Well, for me, it's not as much a thing like Mortal Kombat specifically. It's like NetherRealm Studios. I feel like make these games like MKX. I think is the peak of NetherRealm. And then every game that they've made since then has been not as good as MKX. Like, I don't know how, like, they keep getting worse. And it seems like with every iteration, like you were saying before, why people don't like the game, every iteration, they seem to listen to the community less and less and less. So it's like, those kinds of practices, like I don't want a franchise to succeed if, like, they're actively just going against what their community wants. Like, there's things that people have been asking for since MKX that could have improved that game that they just haven't put in anyone. But, like, and I'm before MKX, before I finished this thought, their games, even though they were played a lot, like, I mean, I guess you were saying, like, how everyone thought MVC was, like, goofy as hell when that came out. But those games, I don't know how people played that shit for money. Because the amount of, like, jank stuff, unblockable setups, like busted
Injustice,
shit.
though.
Those, like Injustice, like Sajam made a video on it called "Injustice is a game that people played for money," and then he goes over some of the nonsense in that game, and it's like, wow, people actually played this game for money and took it seriously. So I don't know.
I can see that. That's a really good example. I did see that video too. That was funny. That was a funny video, by the way. I was like laughing.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff you can do on that game. It's very nostalgic though, because I did play Injustice with my brothers back then on the PS3, and that was really fun. So
yeah, so did I. I played it with my friends all the time, and like MK9. And as kids,
MK9.
I didn't get it as much because we kind of just like spam your special moves at each other and stuff, and no one knows.
That was me.
Yeah.
I played noob, and I kept doing up and down, and I kept teleporting, grabbing the players, and that was like the funnest I've ever had playing a fighting game.
Yeah.
So, like as a casual, nobody cares. But we're talking about like strictly as a high level competitive game, Injustice, MVC, were not like I don't know how.
I mean, MVC is up there, even with all the goofy stuff. Like MVC is not an easy game. Like sure,
it's not, but it is goofy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Got some
but then also
stuff, but MVC, like, there's a reason why like nobody beat Justin Wong for so long. Like he knew he was better player. It's not like he fucking like was cheesing people more. Like that game's a tough fucking game.
It is.
Despite all the bullshit the game like has, people love it. That's the thing. Despite all the bullshit it has, people love that game.
Yeah.
100%. And people want games like that. And the only thing a lot of people are like scared of is like it's the first time like Marvel is going to Arc System works for the games. It's not Marvel versus Capcom. So people are wondering how Arc System works is going to be like making this Marvel game. And I mean, from the trailer, it looks really awesome, but at the same time, it's kind of scary. I'm like, what are they going to do?
Can we talk about how Arc System just like loves to make games, even though they're like already have like a solidified franchise? They're just making games like out of the wazoo. How the fuck do they have the money for all this? First they made, what was it? It was Guilty Gear. Then they made, what was the other one? Something Duel. Oh my god.
Duel.
DNF Duel.
DNF Duel. And then they're making this. And then like they're also working on another game, by the way. So
They
I'm
also
like,
did
how
Dragon
are
Ball. Dragon Ball Fighters
Dragon
is
Ball
some
Fighters.
Nexus, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
They
they were focusing on Dragon Ball for a minute, and then they just like made one final patch, and they're like, "All right, fuck it, I'm done with this game." But that's what I'm saying. But like, how are they making so many different games, and like just like how do they manage all these different games with all this money? Isn't it like kind of a little bit concerning? Would you think also because if they take seriously on Marvel Token, like would they like not take enough care when it comes to Guilty Gear?
Honestly, I'm only saying this because like this is just my personal opinion, so if people think otherwise, it's all right. Yeah, honestly, I think this is pretty bad for Guilty Gear Strive because I know that once Marvel Tokon comes out, their main focus is going to be Marvel. You know, and I definitely think Guilty Gear updates are definitely going to be slowing down a lot, like way a lot than how it is now. You know, and a lot of people actually say it too, but Guilty Gear Strive really had a good run. I mean, considering that the game came out, what, 2021? It's been on top 3 or top 4, well, now it's top 4, but it's been top 3 at EVO for 4 years, which is pretty impressive for a fighting game that's already been out for 4, like 4 years, literally.
Yeah.
So, I mean, once Marvel Tokon comes out, I feel like that's the game, you know, a lot of people are going to go to, and the same could be said about 2XKO. But you know, we'll see. I definitely think you're right on that. I think that they're gonna stop updating other games and they're gonna be just focus on Marvel. But we'll see. You know, we'll see.
I think we can speak on that also, like the transitioning over. We can talk about like 2XKO. Of course, like they finally announced it that it's gonna be September 9th. That's the
Right.
beta, but then they're gonna keep it open. They're not closing the beta, so it looks like it's just gonna be in beta, make a few updates, and then they're gonna fold it until for release, which is like it's fine. That's good and all that because you know you get like a lot of feedback. You can get a lot of people playing. You're probably gonna get a lot of League and Valorant players coming in and playing that game too. So I wanted to know like your opinion on that. Like overall, what's your thought process? Because I know you were very hyped and you said you were gonna take 2XKO very seriously as soon as it came out and all that. So I just wanted to know your opinion on it.
I'm excited. I mean, I know there's a lot of like you guys saw the memes probably on Twitter, especially with Marvel Tokon and everything, and oh, the character trailer came out, and I'm gonna say this: the criticism it gets, it's valid. I'm not gonna lie. There's people that are valid for criticizing it because the game's been in development for like almost, I think 6 years now, 9 years, and it's under Riot Games. It's $1 million company, you know.
Billion.
You'd expect that game. Billion, right?
With a
$1
B.
billion.
The B.
With a B. So people expected this game to be out. So the more they're waiting for this game to come out, the more they're gonna find any excuse to complain about the game or make fun of it, you know. So I'm really excited. There's a lot of people that are excited, and I feel like once this game just gets released, a lot of those doomers and people complaining about it, they're kind of slowly fade away because now a lot of people are just okay. I could play the game now. It's not gonna close again. I'm excited for it. You know, I'm really excited. I can't wait to play it. I can't wait to play it at EVO. I liked the character trailer for Vi, the one that's coming out. I can see why people are complaining about it because you want to see the person on your ult get beat up. So when you're just looking at like someone punching the air, it's like, okay, where's the person I'm like using my ult on? I could see why people were complaining about that. It's valid, but I don't think it's a big deal, like a way big deal as people make it sound like.
Yeah.
But it's really, I can't wait. I'm excited.
I think it's like, yeah.
Oh, you go first.
No, you can go. You can go.
Okay, I'll go first.
You go, dude.
So, I know that like I've definitely expressed this concern for 2XKO before. That like it seems which is awesome, they're listening to the community and saying, hey, this needs to be fixed, this needs to be fixed, this needs to be fixed. But are you a little concerned that if the community gets too involved, they're gonna make the game like not good for anyone? Because like right now, that's the biggest thing with like Tekken, why people aren't liking it. It's because everyone's complaining like fucking hell on Twitter about things, and then they're balancing the game based off Twitter, and it's making the game worse, like with every patch. So like, what are your thoughts on that for 2XKO?
That's a really really good point. And honestly, I actually agree with you on that. I think the game, what it was struggling the most with is finding this game style or the game plan of what they wanted to be. They didn't know what the structure of the game, like what it was like compared to Alpha Lab 1 and 2, you could tell they were very different games, right?
Yeah.
Like you guys played Alpha Lab 1. I don't know if you played Alpha
I
Lab
didn't
2.
get into the second one, but I played the first one.
Yeah.
So in Alpha Lab 1, when I played it, it was like really fast. There's a lot you could do on it. In Alpha Lab 2, a lot of the things that you could do in Alpha Lab 1, you just can't do it anymore. And I was like, oh, they changed this game completely.
Mhm.
And now that we're looking at the trailer and the game changes, they changed the whole game again. So I feel like you're right. I think they are listening to the players, which is great. But if they listen to them too much, they're not gonna know how they want to make the game or what
Yeah.
it's gonna be, what structure of the game is gonna be. So yeah, it is a little worrisome because you want this game to finally find how it's gonna play and stick with it and just do changes like that.
Mhm.
But they are completely changing like game plans on the game. Like it looks like a completely different game just from looking at the updates on it. And I'm excited. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the game plan they're sticking with this time. But if they do change it again, and like I said, it's a closed beta, so they will probably be changing it. I think it's gonna be fine. But if they do keep changing it, like you said, like the game as a whole, then yeah, it's gonna be a little worrisome because people are gonna get used to one thing and then they're gonna completely change it. Be like, okay, what am I playing now?
Yeah.
It's no one's gonna like that really.
Yeah.
So
Also, I know they said that for beta, if you were already in alpha, like any of the alpha labs, you were automatically accepted into the beta. So like all three of us were all like, we can play the beta when it comes out.
100%.
They said that they said that in the trailer. So like that's good. Like I don't know how that's gonna work. Can we just like download the game and it'll be good? Like because it's like the Riot system. So
It'll
it's connected to
probably
like
either
a
be in
Valorant
the
League.
Riot client or it'll come in your
Right?
email like the
Yeah.
like the other shit.
Don't take my word for it, but I did hear like stuff that possibly after EVO, you guys will be seeing 2xKO on the Riot library or 2xKO on the library.
Yeah.
So you will see it on there with League of Legends, Teamfight Tactics, and all the other games that you have made. So you will be able to download the closed beta from there. I'm pretty
Was the
sure.
Alpha Labs just by itself, or I don't remember? Was it with the client?
Alpha Lab was like its own thing because there was like
Right? Okay. Yeah. All right. No, I mean, I'm excited.
Alpha Lab 2 was actually on the client.
Oh,
you had to open the Riot client to launch the game. Yep.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's good because the thing is, the game has like a lot because they're basically getting League of Legends characters, and they have like what? It's like 180 League of Legends characters now, or something like that.
It's like a 160.
Yeah, like so they have like a lot. I mean, there's a lot like Set. You can do Thresh, Pike. Like they're fighting game characters you can do.
I hope that the roster that they end up picking is good, but if there are 180 characters in this game by the end of it, I don't think it's gonna be fun for anyone.
180 characters is a lot. I mean, the thing is, there's gonna be like characters like Yumi. Like you can't pick Yumi as a fighting game. You know what I mean? Yeah. So there's no way every single character is gonna be into 2xKO. But like, of course, it's gonna be like obvious one, like I said, like Pike, Thresh, like Set, like they can be. They look like they could be transferred over. Like again, like there's some
Pike and Samira. I have a good feeling are definitely gonna be in 2xKO.
Yeah. Yeah, like there's some characters that are good, but then certain characters like, no, this wouldn't work. Like again, Yumi. Like how the fuck are you supposed to put that into a character? Like what is it gonna be like the flying cat just gonna keep punching you? Like the fuck?
People made a joke like they could put Yumi in there as like a support character. So your other tag character that you choose, Yumi can actually like help that character because she's a support. But it was very interesting. I hope to God that Yumi will not be in the game, but it would be funny. Like it's an interesting concept if they do manage to do that. It would be funny. Imagine like a small cat just punching the.
It's just on your shoulder the entire time. Yeah, it just like boosts your stats. And it's like, oh my god. Because you can play like 2v2 now too in the game. You can play 2v2. So imagine like your duo. All he's doing is pressing one button. And that's all they're doing the whole entire time.
Didn't they add a thing? Like they changed one of the fuses in it so that like if your teammate like doesn't want to play, basically, they can like just be an assist. Right?
Yeah,
I don't know if they put it in the last Alpha Lab, but I remember seeing something on Twitter about that.
Actually, I do remember that. I do remember something like that. Speaking of that, what you guys were talking about earlier with the support, it was kind of funny because you know how there's like all those hashtags of people looking for duo for Valorant. You know, you see those on Twitter all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine that for 2xKO, and they could just play Yumi, and then they're like, all right, I want to see my E-boy do all the fighting while I just support him.
God.
It would be so funny. I'm sorry. It would be hilarious as hell.
Dude, it would be
All the
funny,
moves
but
that
I
would be
low-key
great.
would stop playing the game if that got too bad. Like, low-key, that shit... Like, I'm kind of happy the way that the FGC is right now. Like, getting new people in the FGC is always a good thing and stuff. Like, you love to see the big streamers playing it, like Lily Pichu got into Tekken and Street Fighter and stuff like that. But, like, oh my god, if you find, like, when you come across these people online and their names are like, I miss her and stuff, like, I really hope that the Valorant culture or the League of Legends culture does not completely take over this fucking game.
The thing is, with FGC, you can like it's impossible to have that community in the FGC because it's just like what are you gonna do? You're just gonna lose on purpose, just in a 1v1, or like it just like it makes no sense. Like just genuinely, like the FGC community will never have that, in my opinion. My thing is like, huh?
2xKO can. That's the funny part, though, because
I know I can see it. No, so my question is, if I queue, am I able to queue against people who are like a 1v2, or is it always 1v1 and 2v2?
From when I played at the Alpha Lab 2, you could do it even against two people. So I was by myself, and I played against two people before. So
oh my god, bro! That'd be imagine ruining an couple just by fucking demolishing them.
I mean, low key, I feel like
I'm gonna be doing that. You know, that's what I'm gonna be doing.
Low key though, I feel like the game is kind of easier by yourself. Like
it is. I mean, depends. I don't want to say that because what if I say this now and then like a year later, there's like these people winning EVO and it's their friends
like
and
duo,
stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't want to jinx myself on that, but I will say this. What makes it even more cooler? I actually just figured this out. It's actually related to this. Whoever's managing the esports for 2xKO is already doing a lot. Supposedly there's going to be news at EVO about the esports for 2xKO, but a lot of locals, including Iron Grid, already are announcing 2xKO to be at the next local in November, and everyone's talking about it. Even California, everyone's announcing 2xKO to be at the bracket. And if you look at StartGG, the website you sign up for all these tournaments and brackets, you could already see under it, this is mixed. So they're already having the mindset where it's going to be one bracket, and it could be a 2 versus 1 or 1 versus 2, depending on what you want, all in one bracket. I
see.
No separate brackets. It's pretty crazy. It's insane.
Yeah. So. No, I mean, I'm hoping for like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's already because again, it's also the fact that it's Riot made it, and you want to be in the Riot ecosystem, so like all these guys are gonna be in it. But my fear is Riot likes to do everything. Like they always want to be hands on with every tournament they do, especially big ones. And now my fear is that are they just gonna be like? I hope it's like Tekken or Street Fighter where they have their own like major tournament, which is like TWT and like all that. But then they also allow it to be at EVO and Combo Breaker, and they allow that to also be part of the circuit.
Oh, 100%.
So like now I'm curious, like how they're gonna. That is probably it. But I have a small feeling, like just like a worry more than anything, that like no, we're gonna be touching everything. If you want to qualify, you have to qualify for only our circuits, not other circuits. You know what I mean? Right. That's my only fear about
there's no way. Like, what they're probably gonna do is, like, if they structure it, like, the same way that TWT and, like, Street Fighters is, like, all the big events count as, like, circuit points, like, to the thing, and then at the end of the year, they'll probably just have, like, the 2xKO, like, cup or whatever. Right. Or what, yeah, like, whatever the big thing is, like.
So I would low-key be curious to see how they would do it in Riot style, because, we got Valorant, we have VCT for that. We have League of Legends. There's also, what do you call it? What do you call League of Legends?
DFT? Oh, LTA.
LCS. No, we have LCS. So what are they gonna... sorry. I didn't mean to talk over you.
No, you're good.
What are they going to do about 2xKO? That's what I'm curious of what Riot Games would do. Because Fishsticks, the guy that's working for the esports for that game, says he has more information coming out soon. And as it is, all these locals are already talking about how there's going to be 2xKO here and there. And that's awesome. They're already promoting the game. And they even announced that in offline mode, you're going to have all the champs will be unlocked. which is great for a fighting game. They need that. You know, Riot Games is always online. You have to connect to the internet. 2XKO is going to be the first Riot game
that you can play offline.
Play offline. Yeah, actually. So I'm very curious. Also, like I'm just like there's a lot I'm very curious about that I do not know, but I'm also very curious about the esports scene and what they're going to do with it. I hope they do something awesome. We're probably going to hear more about it at EVO. So yeah.
Something that I just thought of is I hope low-key that they incorporate 2XKO into maybe like different Riot events to try to get more people playing it. So like when we were at Valorant Masters Toronto, they had like some of the creators, they played like the new Valorant map or whatever as like a show match before the pro things happen. But how cool would it be if like before like a Valorant event, like a bunch of creators played 2XKO to build like hype for it? Like they really have a great opportunity to just like grab as many people by the fucking neck and yank them into like this game.
I actually I know Lily Pichu actually did try 2XKO. I think there was like a beta for it in last Evo, and they invited a couple content creators to play the game. They're definitely going to be doing that. And once 2XKO's closes betas out, you know, big streamers are going to be playing it, trying it out. So it's definitely going to bring in a lot of people from that, and they do have the opportunity to do that. So let's see. I'm excited.
Yeah. I mean, again, the smart move for them to do this is just make it like how every FGC is. Just let the other tournament organizers let them do it. Like Combo Breaker, Iron Grid, EVO, let them handle all that stuff, and then have your own major. Basically, I think if they're smart about it and they really understand it, that's what they should do. And that's how FGC is. Right? FGC is built off grassroots. You can't make a franchise, like you can't make it franchise type thing with FGC. It's all built off grassroots and other tournaments. So like that's also the big thing is, again, they look like they're smart. I think the head guys that were like are spearheading 2XKO, I was reading about them, like they're big on grassroots. They've been in the FGC scene for like 30 plus years and all that. It was like insane. So, like they know about FGC, so hopefully they're smart about it. It's just, you know, right?
Cannon Brothers.
Yeah. Like they're like they're legends in the scene. Like I was reading about them because I didn't know about them, to be honest with you. I did not know about them until they announced about them, and that's why I was like, okay, let me read into it. And I was like, oh, these guys have like a history. These guys are like experienced veterans.
Maybe it's just me and my personal opinion, and I love that they're doing this for, like, you know, they want the game to belong to the FGC, so people and like locals and all these tournaments can host it. But I'm curious because, like, you know, people also want a game where, you know, considering it's Riot Games, they want like a game that has big tournaments, you know, where just the game itself have these big prize pools. Like look at Valorant, look at LCS. You got all these big prize pools for this tournament, and a lot of people in the FGC also kind of want the same thing for a fighting game. You know, I know Esports World Cup just became a thing recently. You know, it's only started a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And they already brought a few fighting games for that, and that's already like big enough as it is. But like I said, I'm curious to see what Riot would do with it too, as a whole. You know, so let's see. I mean, we just gotta wait, right?
Yeah. Again, we can only just hope that it does well. But again, we have promises. FGC is in a really good state right now, and just hope it keeps going on, spearheading through that. But overall, yeah, that's it for the news today. Bahru, you winning EVO?
Oh yeah, 100%. Winning Guilty Gear Strive and Tekken. I'm gonna see Arslan
and
Ash
Tekken
finals. Yep, grand finals.
Bro.
Arslan Ash. He's not ready for me. I have a really mean Azucena. Danny, you can say it. You've gone against me many times. I'm just kidding, but
Arslan Ash doesn't know what's coming for him.
Arslan Ash doesn't even know how to play against your Azucena, bro.
Me, I'm gonna be out. John Tekken's gonna have me.
But
I believe in you guys, actually. I'm really, like, I know it's funny to say it. Don't get me wrong, I'm very excited for my brackets, but I'm more excited to see you guys play your first EVO. And I'm gonna make sure you guys are calm, because I'll be massaging your arm if you guys have to, your shoulders. I will be hugging you guys, because I promise you guys, it's gonna, I know it's anxiety inducing, but it's fun. You're there to have a good time.
100%.
All right, so I can't wait. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. All right. Well, I mean, of course, we're going to be seeing Bahru over there, but
We'll
yes,
all be there next week.
yeah, we're all going to be there next week. We'll be there for the pre-Evo event and the entire Evo event. We'll be competing also, so we're going to be recording content throughout. So if you see us, let us know. If any FGC pros attending the pre-Evo event, let us know. We'd love to record some content with you guys. But yeah, make sure to support us. Also, yeah. Also, core news. There's a few core news we got. Our R6 boys is playing in Challengers, basically Tier 2, tomorrow at 6 p.m. EST. Our Valorant boys are playing next week against Landers. We're 2-1. We're pretty good. We won both of our back-to-back matches, so Landers is a good competition. Hope to go 3-1 on Wednesday at 1 p.m. PST, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, make sure to go to QoRgaming.com/shop. Check out the merchandise and everything, and make sure to support us. Alrighty. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, guys.